Hello, Alvarenga Realty Group. In this video, I'm going to show you how to write let's say for instance, a buyer brokerage agreement. Okay, so what you do is that buyer brokerage agreement is for you when you have a client, when you have a buyer that you're working with, a client, you are going to have them sign this form. So you go into the MLS here, you know how to log in. And after you come to this page, you're going to go to Form Simplicity. Okay, Form Simplicity. And after you do that, you're going to come to these transactions that you have. Now, if you see here, it says Home, Transactions, Blank Forms. You click on Blank Forms, okay? Remember that. That's very important for you to remember, Blank Forms. After you click on Blank Forms, the submenu is Forms Packages. You're going to click on this one here, Forms Packages. All right, and I already have some packages made for you. I'm adding more, but what you're looking for here is this one here. See, these are my personal ones. These are for everybody to see. So you will not see my personal ones. You will see your personal ones here, but these are the brokerage wide. So these are the ones that I'm putting out. So is this one here, brokerage agreement package. That's the one that you want. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click on it, okay? You can click here, create transaction, or you can just click on here, okay? Click on that. And then now you're going to go here and you're going to click on it and go create transaction from package, okay? And you're not going to add to an existing transaction. This is going to be a new transaction, okay? So you're going to put whatever address, okay, you want. Actually, there is no address, but you have to have an address. So you can just choose your home address or something. It doesn't really matter, okay? So same here. Just choose an address. Okay, usually you're going to use this address for every one of these that you do. So you click on Add New Transaction. And there it is. Okay, so now if you look here, under your name is this one here. Okay, this is it right here. So what you're going to do now is you're going to click on it. Okay, and you're going to see the agreement here, exclusive buyer brokerage agreement. You're going to add the person's name, Jane Doe, for instance, okay, and John Doe, right? Those are your buyers. And then you go here and you choose usually today's date, today, and here you put it's a 6-month term. So these buyer brokerage agreements are always for 6 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be through the 23rd of August, but we always go to the end of the month. So we'll put it end of the month. That's fine. The property type, I already have it here for you. Location is Florida. You can put a price range and if the buyer is pre-qualified or not if you want, but that's for you to sell your buyer on things that you need to do. They need to do all that. Moving on, this here I highly recommend that you put 1,500, something like that. It's up to you, but it's if you charge the buyer a retainer fee, you will not credit that to them at closing. You want to do this here, not credit it to them, okay, when you find them a property. But that is if the market is tight. In other words, like right now, it's really hard to find properties because the interest rates are going up and then there's few houses for sale. It's competitive. So in order for you to be working that hard for a buyer, they have to pay you $1,000 for you to write them contracts. Okay, so and then that is not something that will be credited to the buyer. Okay, now you can choose to credit that to the buyer if you choose to do that. Okay, you can make this 500, you can make whatever, it's up to you. The important thing is that you charge the buyer something, because they will commit to you. They won't go and buy another property from another broker. Okay, so I would put like 1,000. After I do my presentation with them, I will put not credited to buyer. And then the purchase price, I already have it here. If you look here, it's 3% purchase or exchange. This, you're going to help them find a house. And if you read here, it says that buyer's compensation is earned when, during the term of this agreement or any renewal or extension, buyer or person acting on behalf of the buyer contracts to acquire real property of this agreement. Buyer will be responsible for paying this broker amount. So what you tell the buyer is, you're responsible for this here. However, we don't charge you. This comes from the seller, the other broker. Okay, so the seller pays the broker pays us. And that's where that comes from. So you don't have to worry about paying us. You do have to pay the $1,000 though. Okay, and that's what you tell them here. Don't worry about this, but you do about this. Okay, and so that's it. Now, moving on, you leave everything else blank. You're not doing a lease or a lease option, and that's really it. Okay, and that's the brokerage agreement, buyer brokerage agreement. So that's it. So after that, you save it here. Okay, you save it, and hopefully you gave it a name other than the one that I already had on there. Let me see, let me close it. Okay, and then here it is right here, exclusive buyer transaction agreement brokerage. I think you needed to change the name on this. You can change the name, it's not a big deal. This is what's going to appear like for you. Okay, so now what you need to do is you need to go into it. Okay, go into this agreement here. Okay, you've typed it already. Now you're going to e-sign it. You need to e-sign it, they need to e-sign it. So you click on that. You have to have signed up for e-signature, by the way. It's like $72 a year. Okay, so if you don't have them in your system, you have to put them in your system. So let's create an e-sign session. Okay, this is what you got to do next. Create new e-sign session. Click on that. Okay, and then now you are going to I don't think you need an address for this, really. I think you can just move on. Let's just try it and see. Yeah, see, here it is right here. So let's see, recipients, it says. Okay, it doesn't matter. So let's just go next, see what happens. A session title is required. Okay, so you're gonna have to put transaction name, session. Just put the person's name, John Doe, for instance. Okay, so that will be fine. So you got their name there, and you have to include yourself as a signer here, and you can just add them here. Okay, add the person that you're going to choose here. So you're going to have a list of persons here, people. So you're going to look, you're going to click on the buyer, whoever the buyer is. Choose a buyer with their email address. If you don't have it, it'll ask you to add it here, add recipient. So you're going to add your buyer. Right there is the buyer, and I'm the agent here, so it's already done. And they're both signers, okay? And that's it. You go to next. Okay, and again, it's asking you for the buyer's name. You just choose the buyer. There's no other buyer. Well, yeah, I think I messed up here because I think I'm choosing this one for the buyer, but it's in fact John Doe. So let's just assume this is John Doe because I don't want to have to put in a John Doe with an email address. This is, you know what, we can probably do it. Let me see here, hang on. So we're going to erase this one here, delete it, confirm, and then I'm going to add another one, okay? So add new recipient. What happened? So we are adding a recipient here, let's see. Add recipient. Okay, here it is, okay. So the first name is John and Doe. Email, we're going to say it is this one here, just an email address. Okay, choose their email address. And boom, 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 notes, address, phone. You can do all that if you want to. Click save. This contact already says, do you want to update this contact in your address book? Sure. Okay, so that's done. I think it's asking you to choose it again. So let's go to John Doe right there. Was this the one? How many John Does do I have? Anyway, John Doe, okay, whatever. Right there. A lot of John Does. All right. So it's that one, select. Now we have here too many John Does. So we got to delete one. Delete. It's not deleting. What's going on? Oh, yes, confirm. Okay, so here it is right here. I'm sending it to John Doe. Okay, now we go to next here. And the buyer whose assigner is John Doe. There's no second one, although there was a Mary Doe, but you would choose her here. Buyer's agent, that would be me. And buyer's broker, that would be, I don't need to sign this, so it doesn't really matter. You can sign for me. You're authorized to do that. Hit next. There are signing locations that have not been assigned. Click yes after you read that. And that's really it. Click next here on the upper right. All right, now here's the document right here. Okay, so in this document, if you look at the bottom, it has already the initials of the people that need to sign. Here is John Doe, and then Mary Doe or whoever, Jane Doe would be here. If we had added her, which you would need to do if there's a husband and wife, this is you here. And if you look on all these 3 pages, their initials is going to be here, yours is going to be here, and here's their signature, your signature, and initials again, and you're done. Okay, so that's it. You just click send. Okay, and then it says, we notice you're a signer. Would you like to sign now or later? You do now. That way it goes signed. Okay. And you go to I agree. This is what the buyer would have to do. Agree to these terms to start signing. And then you would go to signing. Here's your first signature. You click on it and you hit tab. Click on it. Tab. Click on it. Tab. Click inside of it, tab. Click inside of it, tab. You're done. It says all required fields have been completed. Would you like to completely complete your signing ceremony? Yes. They call it ceremony. Woo. Congratulations, your session is complete. Now, you've already signed it and you've sent it to your buyer. Their job is to do what you just did. So they're going to get something that says agree to this, you got to sign this, and after they sign it, you're going to get an email notifying you that it has been signed. Okay, and that's how you do that. Okay, and that is it for this video. Thank you.